Hello gamers, and welcome to another Marvel Rivals concept idea video. So real quick before we get started, this video is going to be a little different because this one, as you've already seen the thumbnail, is going to be a rework. Yeah, we're going to be reworking a specific character. Now obviously, again, since you've seen the thumbnail, you know exactly who it's going to be. Our very underdeveloped girl, Black Widow. Yeah, this character, okay, first of all, we're gonna go ahead and jump into it really quick, almost off rip. We're not gonna waste our times with any of the intros. So again, if you like the video, hit that like button, of course, and if you want to see more of the videos like this, hit the subscribe button so you can come back the next time I upload another video. I know I've gotten a little inconsistent with the uploads, but it's mostly because I'm trying to focus more on my cloud engineering courses in school. So just focusing on that for right now. But in the meantime, we're gonna go ahead and push this video out. We're gonna go ahead and try to rework Black Widow, one of, if not the worst character in Marvel Rivals. So before we get started, let's go ahead and go over her actual kit at the moment. Okay, so her current kit has her designed as a purely long distance to close range fighter. There is no middle ground. You could argue that there is some medium range play with her sniper rifle, but unless again you're able to hit your shots, you're not going to be doing that great. And not to mention, her sniper is not able to do a complete one shot like Hawkeye. Right now, as of current, she has her red room rifle, which does, I think you could do like 3 shots to kill on body and 2 headshots, does a takedown. She has 2 abilities. One is a sprint that has a meter, great, and her second one is a kick, which if she's able to land said kick, she's able to use then a grapple, which allows her to line up a headshot to get an insta kill. That goes on a 15-second cooldown, no restart if she gets an elimination, and of course her ultimate, she charges up her red room rifle and fires a burst of plasma energy, which then spreads across a small area. I did do some testing on this. It doesn't change the width of the area that it covers. It's literally just one little area, like, so charging it up doesn't do anything, and it basically slows down enemies and then causes them to receive enhanced damage from her batons, which she can swap between that and her rifle, which her batons allow her to do faster melee damage. Basically, overall, this character is not very good. Just in general, she has 2 abilities. One of them is a sprint, which is on a meter, and her kick ability has no way to recharge. Now, initially, I had said before, if they're going to change anything, at least give her like a recharge if she's able to get an elimination, but I really don't feel like that would make her any better. Maybe it could do good against like any dive heroes if she's able to land that combo, but I still don't think that it would still help her at all. So it's best to go ahead and just rework her entirely from the ground up. We're gonna be changing up a lot of her abilities and giving her some new ones, and probably updating other ones as well. Let's get started. So the first things first, we are going to be keeping her red room rifle, mostly because she is an assassin. She is one of the greatest assassins in, or what I wouldn't say greatest, but she's one of the most well-known assassins in Marvel Rivals, or Marvel in general. Basically, it would give her slower movement, scope position, precision, and I am reading this off of a sheet. Basically, it gives her some long-range capabilities, and then she's able to swap over to her secondary, which we're replacing her batons, her stun batons, with the Widow's Bite pistols. She has 15% increased movement speed with a high fire rate, but the damage falls off drastically. So it encourages more of that close range play that a lot of people prefer, especially if they're playing a melee hero. Her primary fire, again with the red room rifle, is that it has a single shot. You can be scoped in or you could not be. It does high damage and it has a 1.5 headshot multiplier. It has 6 shots in the mag. And if she's unscoped, it doesn't do the immediate damage. However, it still does do that passive headshot damage. And then her pistols, they're a rapid fire burst, close range weapon, does moderate damage up close, and it has a high fire rate, like I said. So 14 rounds in each pistol, meaning there's about 28 rounds total. So the passive ability for the pistols would be that every time she lands 4 consistent shots on an enemy, then they receive the shocked effect, which basically stuns them just for a moment, okay? So it encourages that close range play. It's like, oh, if you get too close, then I'm going to be shooting with these pistols and you're going to be slowing down, which would allow for her then to line up that shot and get a headshot if she wants to. Her secondary fire, if she's using the Widow's Bite pistols, pretty much if you're on controller, it's the one that allows you to scope in. If you're on mouse, it's with a right click. If you use that side, then it allows for you to use her other ability, which allows her to fire a shock charge, and it stuns enemies for a specific amount of time. I'd say let's say 1.5 seconds. You wouldn't be able to use it again for, let's say, 5 seconds or whatever. Okay, just throwing that kind of number out there. It would also again allow her to set up that headshot if she wanted to. Her first ability, which a lot of people are probably wanting, is called Edge Dancer. It is a spinning kick plus grapple hook zip for a follow-up strike. So essentially the same thing as the one that she currently has, except this allows for a critical hit reward. So if you're able to get that elimination, it then resets the cooldown. And then again, if you miss it, then it goes on a 12-second cooldown. But it rewards getting that elimination with the combo if you're able to land that combo fully. Her second ability, again, Tactical Retreat. It's similar to the Runaway, except this one, so it allows for her to grapple backwards and then grants her a pistol bonus. So she's able to pull out her pistols, and then she's able to do a follow-up with about 3 shots, I'd say. It allows for her to have a tactical retreat whilst also following up with some damage. Okay, it'd be for some really cool shots. And then her passive is called Spy Intel. Damaging but failing to eliminate an enemy marks them for 4 seconds. So this again would encourage like hitting your shots if you're able to, and this would specifically only be with her rifle. It encourages landing your shots, and if you're not able to get that elimination, you can still follow up with that damage. If an enemy is marked by Black Widow, they will then take 10% of increased damage from any sources. Now this can be changed to only be from just Black Widow, or it could be from all enemies. And then her ultimate would be the Electroplasma Explosion. It's kind of the same, but it's just been reworked. So for both weapons, so this can be used with both weapons. She doesn't have to pull out her sniper rifle to use it. If she's able to land the shot, her shot will then pierce through targets, so give her a 2 times headshot multiplier. If she's using her pistols, the shocked effect is able to chain between enemies, so it encourages kind of getting in there and getting your hands dirty a little bit. And not to mention, the eliminations leave 3 seconds of a pool, so basically that plasma, and then swapping between weapons during this ultimate, it would grant her a 1 second burst of 30% movement speed. So she's able to move faster the more she switches weapons. Think of it as kind of like a tactical movement ability. It's essentially enhancing her abilities. It makes her dangerous, in my opinion. It would honestly make her somewhat viable. Now, some people would say, oh, it's kind of broken, it's busted, but I do feel like in that instance, if a Black Widow is on your team, it can be an actual threat. Like, oh, they went Widow, we need to try to counter that, instead of, oh, they went Widow, they're throwing. This rework changes that up entirely. And of course, if she had team ups, I would say her best team up would be with Winter Soldier. Spy Intel marks will be visible to the Winter Soldier at double range, so he's able to see that mark. He can't make it himself, but he's able to see it from farther distance. Just a small little buff, you know, nothing crazy, but something I thought was just kind of cool. You know, it would kind of encourage more play with Black Widow, and of course, you know, it makes her stronger altogether. Either way, what do y'all think of this rework? If y'all have any comments, if y'all have any tweaks y'all would make to this, then just drop it in the comments down below. I'd be more than happy to read them. Either way, that is all for me, guys. If y'all want me to post another video about a different hero, or if you want me to put a villain rework in there or whatever, then again, comments down below. But either way, that is all for me, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.